Let's go over everything we know about the Steam Deck 2, my expectations for the device, and if I think it's worth waiting for. The Steam Deck has been released for a little over a year now and has been both a critical and commercial success. Valve has managed to deliver a product that has a lot of power at an incredibly affordable price. When people ask me if the Steam Deck is worth it, I always immediately answer 100% yes. But viewers are starting to look into the future and think if maybe waiting for the sequel might be a better idea. That's a tale as old as time, right? Considering computer hardware like processors and graphics cards get updated with cheaper and more powerful upgrades every year. It's understandable why people would want to buy a product at the peak of its release, rather than wait a few years and buy it right before something new and shiny is released. Imagine buying a PlayStation 4 the day before the PS5 was announced. Now, the Steam Deck 2 has not officially been announced, but Valve has came out and said that due to the success of their flagship product, a sequel is not only happening, but they're actually in the development stages already. In an interview with RPS, Lawrence Young, who is one of the developers at Valve that worked on the Steam Deck, confirmed that a true next-gen Steam Deck is in the works and will come with significantly more horsepower. Although no specific timeline was provided, he has said that he doesn't think it will be available for a few more years. This interview took place in March of 2023, so it's easy to assume we won't see a Steam Deck 2 in 2023 and probably not even 2024. Valve is famous for taking its sweet time with software and hardware releases. That is time well needed. The Steam Deck is not necessarily a first of its kind device, but it's the first time we've seen a handheld PC come in at a price range that isn't going to wreck your savings account. Creating that in a sustainable way and that can keep up with modern gaming titles is not easy. We also need to remember that Valve, at its core, is a software company. Steam is their bread and butter. It's what makes them basically all of their money. That and CSGO skins. This isn't an Asus, MSI, Gigabyte, or any of the other PC hardware manufacturers, who already have contacts and foundations in place to basically get anything they want to ship products. Valve has dabbled in hardware in the past, so it isn't like they are completely blind, but I think it's safe to say that it would take McDonald's more time to release a chicken pizza than it would take Pizza Hut to release a chicken pizza. Bad metaphor, I know. That truth could be their downfall for the future in the space. Now that the Steam Deck has been released, Valve tested the market for everyone. Do people even want a device like this? The market has responded yes. We want gaming handheld PCs. Other hardware manufacturers have seen this and are actively working on competitors. Up until this point, we have pretty much only had handheld gaming PCs from 3 companies: GPD, Ioneo, and 1X Player. But who are they? These 3 small companies were doing some very cool things in the space, but they don't have the R&D or funds of these giant behemoths like Microsoft, Asus, Acer, or anyone else who could easily hop in. Now that the Steam Deck has proven to have mainstream appeal, you can pretty much guarantee every single PC hardware manufacturer is at the very least considering releasing their own handheld, if not already actively working on it. Asus is the first company to come out and announce a true competitor to the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally. Not much is known about this device, no release date, no price, and no exact idea of what's under the hood. What we do know is that it feels and looks better than a Steam Deck. It's twice as powerful as a Steam Deck, has a gorgeous 120Hz 1080p screen, and will probably be out by the end of the year. It's a compelling product by the looks of it, and I can't wait to review it on this channel. Get subscribed so you don't miss that. But without a price point, I cannot recommend waiting for this product yet. As of April 2023, when this video is being produced, we do not have any idea of how much this product costs. But knowing Asus ROG pricing, I don't believe they will release this under $800 US. I'm not saying that it's overpriced or underpriced. I'm just saying that Asus doesn't have an online digital storefront to sell their games on their device that will offset the manufacturing costs. So there's a 0% chance it can get anywhere close to the cost of the base model Steam Deck. Speaking of price, it is safe to assume substantial price increases on the Steam Deck too. Valve president Gabe Newell said getting the Steam Deck down to that $399 price point was extremely painful, generally meaning they are losing money on the actual device. Obviously, Steam could afford this by offsetting the cost, expecting people to buy Steam games in the long run, but I don't think we will ever see a $399 Steam Deck ever again, especially after massive inflation recently. Valve has said that their most popular Steam Deck model was actually their most expensive variant, coming in over $600, with the only improvements being an anti-glare screen and some more storage space. This is great data for Valve, as seeing that most of their customers desire a more premium product and are willing to pay for it. Bad news for those of us who love the $399 price point, but expect the base model Steam Deck 2 to increase in price by at least $100 to $200 probably. But as long as the Steam Deck 2 is making some much needed improvements, I'll be happy. But what can they improve on? The Steam Deck is perfect, right? While the Steam Deck is great, it does have its downfalls. One of the things that I am looking forward to is an improvement to the screen. The current deck screen is only a 720p 60Hz LCD panel, which is fine at the current size. The 1080p and 120Hz would be a huge improvement. The screen's also a little dark and the colors can get muted, so replacing it with something like an OLED screen would really make a difference day to day. The current deck has a 7-inch screen, but I think having 2 different size options would be amazing and really give consumers more choice in their handheld. Imagine you're okay with having like a 5-inch screen and it allows your deck to be a little smaller and a little lighter, or if you mostly play at home and want something like a 9-inch screen or 10-inch screen, they'd be able to do that too. I doubt that Valve will make this change as it's a manufacturing nightmare, but a boy can dream. Along with different screen sizes, I think we just want a more ergonomic and less clunky physical device. The deck is a chonky boy. It fits great in your hand because of the hand grips, but these also make this thing huge and unwieldy. If they can get this thing down in size just a little bit so it could comfortably fit inside a Jinko jeans pocket, I'd be very happy. Now this might be a pipe dream, but if they could figure out a way to get the internal SSD to be a standard 2280 M.2 size, that would be incredible. The Steam Deck currently uses a 2230 size SSD, which is not very common and is actually kind of hard to get. But 2280 has been the standard for most desktops, laptops, and even the PlayStation 5 expandable storage for a while now, so it would help consumers more easily replace their SSD. But with bigger and faster storage comes increased power draw and heat, so there might be a very good reason why they had to go with the 2230. If Valve could find a way to reduce the sound of the cooling fan inside the deck, either by more fans or some kind of space technology, that would be fantastic. When you play a not so graphically challenging game on the Steam Deck, it's pretty quiet. But if you've ever ran Elden Ring on it, you'll hear that thing blasting away, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but just a small change that can improve the quality of life using the product. Alongside these, an improvement in battery size and performance will always be welcome. So the dying question, should you wait for a Steam Deck 2 or simply buy a Steam Deck now? Well, as always, it depends. The Steam Deck is available right now for $399 and allows you to play literally any game portably for a very affordable price. The Steam Deck 2 won't be around for probably at least 2 years. So if you're dead set on waiting, just be sure you realize just how long that wait will be. And if you do end up going that route, please know that the price on a future Steam Deck iteration will increase, possibly drastically. In the meantime, I think we're going to see more and more developers announcing their Steam Deck killer, either at a premium price point or even something more affordable. We already have the Asus ROG Ally on the horizon, and a lot of rumors about a bunch more in the coming month and year. Although it's hard to say if you should wait for the ROG Ally at this point, it certainly looks like a very good machine, and if it's priced right, I could see myself purchasing one over an OG Steam Deck. As of right now though, I would say go ahead and buy a Steam Deck, and then if the ROG Ally comes out and it interests you, you could sell your Steam Deck and grab one. All of this information is going to change depending when you are watching this though, so be sure to subscribe and watch my newest videos that are more up to date on all the prices and performance that the future of gaming handhelds have. If this video brought value to you, please click the like button below and leave a comment. It really helps me out and I appreciate it a bunch. My name is Jason, thanks for watching.